Residents of Phoenix and KwaZulu-Natal are fed up with the poor service delivery by the eThekwini Municipality. They claim many households go days without water. Complaints to the municipality have reportedly not been attended to. eNCA's Nqobile Madlala is in Phoenix for us this morning and joins us. Good morning, Nqobile. Just talk us through the exact issues plaguing the Phoenix community.
Well, the Phoenix community, Mfundo, has told us that they wake up to no water almost every day. There's about 4 places in particular that are saying that they haven't had proper water for quite some time. They're saying that at this point, they find themselves like going 5 days without water, sometimes even less than that, but it's just been very difficult. Other areas are also complaining about lights. They're saying that besides load shedding, they find themselves without lights, as well as other places who are saying that just service delivery as a whole, in terms of making sure that the roads are in correct condition, making sure that the lights, the streets lights are off. It's just a nightmare. They're saying that they've written quite a number of emails to the councillor, to the community, to the municipality, and they're not finding the help that they need. So now joining me now is the councillor of the area. And I mean, so we're hearing from the community that there's various problems. Perhaps let's just go through those problems. Why are they not fixed?
Ma'am, we have various challenges within the municipality. They range from water, electricity, and now the latest addition is the DSW saga. My name is Councillor Nqobile. I'm the councillor for this ward, which is Ward 49. I also represent the Democratic Alliance. We have challenges from the municipality in terms of being informed of what they are having, and is becoming a challenge for us to keep on inquiring with the community the shortfalls of the municipality. We are the mediators, we are the middle guys, and the challenge is that people are no longer listening to the reasons we are giving them, and this is because of the failing infrastructure we have within the municipality.
I mean, no one wants to hear reasons why they don't have water. They just want to open a tap and they get water. So tell me, why haven't they gotten any water or any light at this point?
Okay, with regards to the water, from the April floods which we had, which was devastating, they caused major infrastructure damage. And from the department officials and from council itself, I posed questions to council in terms of what the challenges are and how we can alleviate these problems. And we were told that these infrastructure from the dam to the purification plant was damaged. And we're having a minimal capacity of water coming in to purify, to divert to the existing reservoirs that's surrounding Phoenix and the northern region. The challenge here is that there's insufficient water coming for the purification plant, and hence the limited water that's going out to service our reservoirs. And that's why we have water cuts and water shedding at the moment to alleviate that strain. The demand is a bit too high for the supply we have at the moment. That's the information we've received from the municipality.
Let's talk about lights. Why are people also struggling with lights?
Lights is an infrastructure issue, ma'am. Obviously, it's underground and very, very difficult to detect when there is faults. We have limited resources from the municipality, and that's becoming our challenge. Limited resources and lack of manpower, because we have one test room for the northern region, and that test room has to come out and identify the fault, which takes anything from 2 to 24 hours to identify the fault. Thereafter, once the fault has been identified, it takes a team to be available to come and expose the cable, which takes anything from 2 to 20 hours. And after it's exposed, thereafter repairs can be initiated. That's the biggest challenge. So in a time frame of 2 days, we should get some results, and that's becoming worse and worse in terms of the response time because of the vast enormity of the repairs that the department and the team has to endure.
Bradley, I want to bring you in here. I understand that you're saying that there's an issue with regards to manpower and so on, but you sit at the legislature. Surely these things can be highlighted by you and you can find solutions as quick as possible. What have you done?
No, thank you very much. We have definitely raised the issue in Parliament. We raised the issue via motion. But the bottom line is that service delivery in the city of the eThekwini municipality is at an all-time low, because officials are also incompetent and they can't really get the job done. The bottom line is that when we have continuous excuses from officials, why there is no water in the reservoir. A typical example is this reservoir at Phoenix 2, where Councillor Pillay is the ward councillor and services a vast majority of his ward in particular. There is water shedding every single day. But at 8 o'clock in the morning, Councillor Pillay has to inquire the levels of the reservoir. And to his surprise, there's no water in the reservoir. So we need to also find out is why this reservoir is not being filled when water shedding is implemented. There's only one solution to that, is that they're either diverting the water or they're incompetent enough to come to the reservoir, open the valve and close the valve.
And I mean, if you are assuming that those are the reasons, have you spoken to eThekwini directly to ensure or inquire why this is happening? Because I mean, the people, I'm sure at this point, they don't want your reasons, they just want water.
No, I agree with you. People don't want reasons anymore. They just want water. And the sad reality is that these communities, and especially the Indian community of Ward 49, they are paying customers to the municipality. The problem is that Councillor Pillay, who is a councillor, has to get the expert opinion or advice from the officials. So when he contacts the senior manager, who is Patrick Peary in this region, who is absolutely useless, he cannot give the councillor the adequate information to communicate to the public. And that's where we have a problem. The communications between the councillor and the officials have been, at an all-time low. So the problem that we have is that Patrick himself, when the councillor will contact him and ask him why this particular area does not have water, he himself does not know. So that's the problem that we have.
So what now then?
Well, firstly, what we need to do is we need to get rid of the regional manager, who is Patrick Peary in this area, because he has no clue how to run the northern region. We need to get competent people to ensure that we get water to our communities. If they are implementing water sharing, which we accept that there is a crisis with regards to the water shortages at the moment, but at least implement it to ensure that when you close the reservoir, in the morning when you open the reservoir, there is enough water to carry the community. You can't have a situation where people wake up in the morning, they do not have water to go to work. They come back from work, they still do not have water. It is unacceptable. And then the councillors will only get one tanker to service about 30,000 people. It's unacceptable. We cannot accept that. So when they close the reservoirs, they don't provide adequate tankers for the councillors. They give the councillor one tanker, it goes into one little road, and the tank is empty, and then you will never get another tank again. We, in fact, have been informing the community. The councillor sends out messages every day via WhatsApp groups on his social media platforms to inform the community. Please store water for at least a day, because we don't know. As we're talking to you right now, water can just stop suddenly.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, Mfundo, you can hear there quite some frustration between the councillor as well as eThekwini. We will hear from eThekwini, of course, in terms of why there is a communication breakdown, as what has been highlighted here. But in the meantime, the people of Phoenix, in his ward specifically, don't have water, and they struggle to get that water whilst there's that communication barrier.